Yesterday, I was out with a group of friends, and my friends stopped around this girl who was with us, who one of my friends wants to get on, but she had a boyfriend. That's here or there. And I was there with them, and they were just absolutely waffling about a load of bullshit that didn't matter. And there was a girl behind me, and she was one of them sell like ticket reps to get you in a club and all this shit. And I kept looking at her and looking at her and looking at her. And she was stunning. She was beautiful. She was really pretty. And whilst they're waffling about some shit that don't matter, that we could just resolve in 2 seconds, I see this girl and I think, I want to talk to her. And I was really nervous to talk to her, but I kept hyping myself up. Should I talk to her? Should I talk to her? Should I talk to her? And then they were taking long. So I just went up and I started speaking to this girl. And I was just asking her questions. She was quite reserved, quite held off, but she was really pretty. So I just started speaking to her, whatever, we're having a bit of a conversation. And I asked for her socials and she said no. And she turned it down and I was like, okay, see you later. Have a good night. And we just carried on moving. Now, I was extremely nervous for that interaction. I was extremely timid, more so, I would describe it as. And now I'm happy that I went up to her, talked to her, because I've been shooting a lot of shots recently because I'm single. And it's been going quite well, to be honest. And it's all about understanding the fear of rejection. This last cold approach taught me that rejection, it really doesn't matter, man. It really doesn't matter. I've been accepted by a lot of women. I've had a lot of stuff with a lot of women in the past few years, ever since I started going out, being more social. I've had a lot of stuff and developing confidence and I've got in shape. But I've also had a lot of rejections over the past few years. And the reality is the rejections do not truly matter. There's just a game at the end of the day. Because I want you to think of it like this. Let's say you see a pretty girl, you've been rejected a lot. All right, you see this pretty girl, she's chilling over there. You go up to her and it goes right. Because I've had a lot of occasions where it's went right. And you have a good relationship. You start seeing each other. She's a good fit for your life. You have an amazing life together. You start actually dating properly. You actually like each other properly. How would that make you feel? Amazing. But if you let that nervousness and that fear of rejection come in the way before that, you would have never had that experience. And you wouldn't even know if you could have that experience. You got to understand that with cold approaching, there's a good chance you're going to get rejected. Even if you're a good looking guy, even if you're an attractive guy who don't get rejected, who has girls come up to them. For example, I've had a lot of girls come up to me and express interest into me because of how I look. You still got to give it a go. If you see a girl who you think is stunning, who's pretty, who's attractive, you need to go up and talk to her, bro. You need to interact with her because you do not know how it's going to go. Now, there's a good chance you're going to get rejected. But once you get over that fear of rejection, you start understanding how much better your life can be in every single sense. Let's say you want to achieve a big goal, but you're afraid of the rejections that you face along the way. You're never going to achieve the goal you want. I was having a conversation with my dad the other day and we were chatting about anxiety because they used to think I had anxiety and I used to think I had anxiety because I was nervous to do everything. There's a period of time in my life where I was nervous to even go outside. Back in 2020, 2021 days, I was quite nervous when I was a bit younger. Now, I came to a conclusion during that time that if I want anything in my life, if I want to achieve the money I want, the girls I want, the friendships I want, the person I truly want to be, I've got to go through rejection to get that. I've got to go through periods of losing, of pain, of sadness, of losing people, of putting myself on the line if I want to achieve anything. And when I realized that, I thought I need to start taking risks. And I started taking more risks in my dating life, in my social life, in my financial life. And it's paid off very well. It's went very well. And it's taught me a lot about myself. And this is what you got to understand, man. It's not about the rejections you face. It's about how you progress and get through that at the end of the day. You're always going to have rejection, no matter what. No matter, you might have the perfect girl at the moment for your life and you break up over some stuff. You have some disagreements, you have some arguments. It's the way life goes. Like I went through a breakup recently. It's the way life goes. Things break apart. Friendships break apart. Your life it's not going to go incredibly perfect. You have days where you feel shit. Like today, I didn't feel the best. But there's two things I could do. I could be a victim and chill and just be a victim, just give up, just say, fuck this shit, or life's too hard. Or I can go towards what I want to go towards and push myself to what I want to push towards. I could let a beautiful girl just chill there where I think she's stunning and I'm open to seeing her and building something with her, going on a few dates. I could let her just chill there and be by herself and all this and not know the outcome, not know if I could actually get that girl. Or I can go up to her and speak to her and see how she is and see if we get on and see if I can take her on a date. You gotta have this mindset, man. Regardless, if you get rejected, you're in the same position, bro. You're in the same position. Because in my life, you stay in the same position. In your life, you stay in the same position. If you lose, if you fail, if you go towards something and it doesn't go the way you want, what have you lost? What have you lost? Nothing. If anything, you've gained more confidence in yourself because you can get back from that and you can progress from that. And me, I'm in quite an abundance mindset now with ladies and women and all that because I've just stopped giving a fuck. I just go up to them and chat to them or I message them and I don't give a fuck. So I've always got women there now. And that just comes from losing that fear of rejection, putting yourself on the line. What have you got to lose? What have you got to lose? Nothing. You've only got to gain. You only have to get it right with a girl once. You've only got to get it right once. And you can find the perfect girl for your life. A girl that fits your life perfectly. A girl that makes you feel good about yourself. A girl that fits your life perfectly, that makes you proud of yourself, happy of yourself, that you truly want to be with. You only got to get that right once. So why don't you just keep shooting and shooting and shooting and see which one's right? Because I guarantee you're going to find one that's a right fit. A lot of guys are petrified of rejection and this just holds them back deeply. And I just want you to understand that if you don't start shooting, if you don't start shooting shots, you're more than likely going to be lonely forever, or you're not going to find the girl that you truly want. You might have a girl in your life and you're not truly happy with her and there's stuff wrong with her. But there's other girls that you want to see and get with, but you'll hold yourself back because you're fearful of rejection and you're settled into a girl that you don't want. That's what I don't want for myself. I want to be happy, proud in my life and in areas that I want to go towards. You got to understand, man. Shoot your shots. All the young guys watching, man, shoot your shots. You don't want to be lonely. You don't want to be by yourself. You don't want to know that you've wasted thousands of opportunities over the years. Because you're going to walk across thousands of women over like the next year. Easily. And let's say you approached 60 of them. And let's say you got a 10% rate, six of the girls, you got numbers and you dated. How good is that going to be for your confidence? How well would that make you? And that's on a low rate. That's on a low conversion rate. Let's say you start believing in yourself more and you find some signs and you go up and you talk to them. What percentage do you reckon will happen then? You have a higher percentage. And you can change your life. You can find a girl that fits your life right. Keep this in your mind, man. If you don't face rejection, you're never going to get anywhere near where you want to be. You got to understand, man, you're going to be nervous. You're going to be afraid. You're going to be anxious. It's the way it is. You're always going to have them feelings. But if you just keep trying, keep going, you're more than likely going to find a girl that fits your life right. If you're nervous to approach them and you approach them, then you're winning. You're getting over that fear, that nervousness. You're taking risks. If you get rejected, you get rejected. If it goes right, then it's amazing. You only got to get it right once. This is what I always tell myself. You only got to get it right once. That girl's pretty. Go up, speak to her. That could be the one that you start dating, that you start seeing, that fits your life good. You never know.